Hello guys, welcome again in our developer stream. I'm very happy to see you today joining me. So as previously, I'll be showing you guys around this new DLC that's coming up about cakes and cookies. So I'm just going to load the game quickly and I'm going to start our tour. Alright, so there's been some changes since the last week. It's been mostly about stuff that you cannot see like from the first glance. Mostly because right now we are just doing some optimization, so it's like behind the scenes works. But there's been some lighting improvements, which you can see in this part of the kitchen. I also noticed earlier today when I was just walking around, for example, you can check those reflections in the wall, how it's reflecting the walls in the kitchen. I think it's kind of cool. But those are, like, as I said, just some minor improvements that that are not so eye-catching. So anyway, as always, I'll give you a quick tour and then I'll show you all the mechanics that we have in here, and I tell you just why this new expansion is so cool. So this introduces a completely new environment. So right now we are in the confectionery, and in here we'll be doing, well, as the title suggests, cakes and cookies and other delicious sweet pastries and desserts. There are no regular orders in here, so just the sweet stuff. Um, All right, and what we've done with this whole area is that we divided it into special segments. For example, this one in here, this one is focused on decorating. So here you can apply like some icings and toppings and some other decorations. Maybe add some fruit on the top. You can also add some toppings and those things. You can add some cream and that kind of stuff. Well, basically anything that has something to do with the appearance of your cake. In this section as well, you sell your pastries. You just place them in here before the day ends, and then there are the customers who are coming and they are purchasing at the end of the day. And well, that's how you gain your popularity and make some profit. Yeah, just like some mundane utensils like sink, because obviously we need a sink. This is the place where we make the dough. So this is the kneading machine. Here we have the dispensers for flour and other loose objects. Here we have fridge with also some place that you can right now stock yourself, however you like. The same goes for some liquid shelves over here. And this big boy, we are doing all the baking. This is the huge oven. Alright, so you guys are asking if the syringe will work today. Honestly, I didn't have the chance to play this build before the stream, and hopefully it will, so I'll be able to show it to you. Can you get the cake from this kitchen into the classic modern kitchen one? No, you cannot transfer any cakes because this is completely new environment. And there's so many of new appliances and utensils that we couldn't just move it around because that would require us to basically rework all the previous kitchens, and we just wanted to make one that's very solid and good one. What if you spill flour coca on the floor? Well, currently it's just disappearing because we don't have mechanics for, like, sweeping the floor, and that would just be unreasonable chore for us to do. It would be stupid if you just remove it using the mop or sponge, so we just decided it's going to disappear if you spill it out. Okay, so one of the biggest changes is the smartphone. This is this guy over here in the corner. You can access it at any time, and it just completely replaces the laptop. Laptop is gone in this expansion, so you won't need to stop your process, whatever you're doing. You won't need to just run to one place in the kitchen, just click on the laptop and break your flow. Just at any moment, just you can get it out of your pocket, just like in real life. And in here you have a variety of fancy apps you can use to well, basically manage your whole career. This is your command center. So the first app is SweetGram, and as I mentioned last week, what we do in this expansion is that we don't want you guys to follow any strict recipes, but instead we want to give you the freedom to do pretty much whatever you want. So in order to give you some sort of rating and feeling of progressions anyway, we've included something which is called a hashtag system. So every single day, they last for approximately 40 minutes. You will have each daily hashtags, and they are different every day. So we have hashtags like sweet, spicy, jelly, lotus seed, animals. So your job for today is to create some cakes, pastries, and cookies that use ingredients that have those hashtags included, because every ingredient we have in here has hashtags assigned to it. Like, for example, lemon juice has obviously hashtag juice and citrusy, but it's also moist. So if you add it into your pastry, then it will receive in a way some of those hashtags. Can you separate an edge so we can see what it's like? Yeah, sure, I can do it for you right now. Well, I'll do the talking. So as I mentioned, the hashtag system allows you to basically create whatever you want, and after you are done with all the baking and decorating in this part, just move it over here. And at the end of the day, the customers will be buying your cakes, and they will also give you like likes and follows and hearts and nice emojis. So this will allow you to have this progression, because you have also other. Where is that place? It's in the. Where is that? Okay. So you have this sort of popularity ranking, right? So the more cakes you serve which are uh, desired by your customers because of the hashtags, then you will progress and be more and more popular. In here we have some placeholder names for now, which are mostly some inside jokes, but yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so you guys wanted to see the splitting eggs. All right, so I'm going to do it right now just for you. Just let me buy it quickly. The general idea is that you will use the phone to buy all the stuff, all the ingredients. There's a new app. So right now we can place orders. For example, you can order some products, baking forms, tools, and whatever. But I don't. This is still work in progress, and I'm not sure if we have all those parts I need. So I'm just going to grab it from the box. But the idea is that you will use the phone to do it. So this is the one of the pieces, and this is the second one. Okay. So what can we do right now with that is we attach the top part to the bottom one. So we have it all just like this. I'll move it here so you can see it better. And now I'm going to grab eggs from the fridge. And it's very simple, right? It's just one click action. Now we can detach the top part. So you have separated the egg white, I mean the yolk, which is here, from the egg white, which is here. I don't know if it's enough to be visible after I pour it. Yeah. So we can separate it just like that. Because some cakes might only require well only yolks or only egg whites, or you don't need to use the whole eggs for that. Can you make pancakes? Well, sort of. You can cheat and make something that looks like a pancake because when you transfer the dough to the cake pans, you can do it just by adding a tiny layers. So if you place just one layer at the bottom, you will receive a very thin round cake, which looks like this. And it kind of looks like a pancake, right? I can also add some icing, which is colored brown, so it now is kind of a color of a pancake, right? Yeah, so sort of you can make those kind of pancakes if that's what you're into. What else can you do? You can also add some butter on top, just like they do it in the movies. Yeah, so I can just grab a break like this. I mean, the butter cannot go on the top in the process of decorating, but just for fun, you can add it, just like they do it in those movies, right? And for those of you who also wanted to see, the butter can now melt. For some reason, so many people have been asking us about melting butter, and with this expansion, it's finally here. So yeah, can you whisk egg white? No, you cannot. You cannot whisk just the egg white, but you can just add it as one of the ingredients into the cleaning machine with the whisk attached, and it will result in creating some sort of dough or butter, right? Doughs are in a solid state, and butter is well liquid. But regardless, anyway, you can just pour it into the form, and it's going to be baked into a nice cake. No, it's not coming in 7 days. This is just one of our inside jokes that we have been telling ourselves when we've been preparing for the release of the base game. As I said, like those things which are placeholders for the other bakery's name is just dumb stuff, which is really nothing special. But okay. So as I mentioned, you have the smartphone, right, for making for managing your work. It has an app for taking pictures of your cakes. So how it's going to work, maybe I'll show it later, but in general you can take pictures and upload them online to gain some extra likes. So that's kind of cool. You can gain popularity and you can also share some photos, as I said, and check the daily tags which are trending. There's also an event time, so party. So this is a binary tag, so if your product includes certain tags that they can be merged together into one tag and result in another one at party. So I also think it's kind of cool that you have this extra layer of creativity. What else? You can also check and purchase new recipes. So far, for the sake of this presentation, we have just one. The app is not in its final shape. Of course, it's going to be much prettier and look nicer than that. It's just some placeholder stuff. But well, it's here. And the last app is for shopping, as I said. You can place some orders. The guys removed the cake pans from the boxes, so I have to order them now. So for example, I can order a few of those. Okay. Which one is also cool? Triangle is fine, round. Okay, and now I can just place the order. I can also change the amount if I want to. If I want maybe 3 of those, just going to stick with one. Purchase. And after a while, they'll be available to be picked up on the doors, and there should be a notification on my smartphone. And also, if this part at the bottom, the tip of the smartphone is driving you crazy, you can hold tab and just hide it so it's not visible whatsoever. I just prefer to have it like this. It's always accessible. Oh, now I got the notification, right? So I have a box and right, never mind. I got the box and the box has all the stuff I've ordered. No trap, I gotta go. Will this be replayed? Yes, after the stream, we'll upload the recording to YouTube, just like with the previous one, so you'll be able to catch up whenever you have a minute. All right, so there's that. So right now, let's work on preparing some dough. So for that, I'm going to need this this bowl. Basically, the process is very simple. You just collect all the stuff you want and into this bowl, and then place it here. Turn the kneading machine off, and you're good to go. So here I have this wall with all the dispensers, and I can set up my dispensers however I like them. And I mean by that I can choose their contents. So for example, in this one I could add, I don't know, coffee, all right? In this one I could add maybe cake flour. So now I can start pouring that. And we've added this UI that's very useful that shows you how much grams you have inside. I think it should always be there so you know how much you're pouring. But what's also really, really cool is that we've got a new feature, which I'll show it in a moment. Okay, so I think I have some butter. I have those loose objects. I'm going to pick up the whisk, touch it, and then just place it here. And let's see how it works. Yeah. Alright, so right now this color of the dough is like placeholder, so it's white, but you know that in the final game it's supposed to be colored based on the ingredients of the bowl. But anyway, here it is. Yes, the stream will be uploaded later to YouTube, so don't worry about that. What's also cool, because you can customize those dispensers, but you can now also have to adjust the dough, by the way. Maybe I can just smash it off for the sake of this stream, or no? Because right now when I open them, they smash on the edge and then pull back. Right, there it is. and this will also have collisions, obviously. So let's leave it here, so it's not messing with us. All right, so as I was saying, we have those plates in the fridge, right? And you can choose their contents. Right now, for example, those guys, they have some baker's yeast, butter, chocolate, and that kind of stuff. This one is empty, so I can click on that, and then using my smartphone again, I can choose what sort of ingredient I want to place here, right? I'm buying those by the quantities, so I just will increase the number here, and it will add more of those to the plate. For example, let's say we want some extra, I don't know, bananas sound fine for you. Okay. So I have those in here right now, and I can take 10 bananas from here until this spawner disappears, and I have to, well, set up a new one. The same goes for eggs. You can now choose something else, like orange maybe, and I have them here. So if you turn the stove on, will the stove get rusted like in the main game? So far we don't have the mechanics for breaking stuff. And I haven't asked the designers, but I believe that we'll leave it as it is, so you won't have to repair that stuff. I'm not like 100% sure, but like 80% sure that it's going to stay unbreakable. How much is the DLC going to cost? We didn't share the price yet. It's not available right now, but I can assure it's going to be affordable, especially for the whole amount of content it offers. Can you bake bananas in chocolate? I haven't tried that yet, but we can try it next time once I'm sure it works or it doesn't work. But in mostly, I mean, the fruit are only used as decorations for the cakes. So you could just take a banana and just slice it here, and then you can place it in the last phase of decorating on the top of your cake. So anyway, we've made our butter. I also wanted to show you some really cool thing, which is something that you've also been requesting quite a lot. I just need to find it in this box. And I have no idea how that guy installed it. This is not the thing. Yeah, it's not that. However, it should be somewhere in here. It's also not that one. Can you make donuts? Yes, I'll show you the donuts in just a moment. Just give me a second, I'll need to find... Oh yeah, there are those measuring cups, okay? So, right now, you can use it to pick up exact amounts of products, for example, flour, right? So right now I can just place it underneath the dispenser for flour, and it's going to give me exactly 100 grams. So if some recipes require certain amounts, you can be very precise by using those guys. Oh, I can just do it like this. As you can see, it wasn't added to the dough because it's a separate object, but you can use those. Just cool, I think. They are also come in different volumes. So I have 150, 200, 150. So you know, there's plenty of measuring cups to choose from, depending on what you need. Okay, and I also wanted to show you guys the process of making donuts in the game. So there's also a new tool for that, but again, oh, there it is. This is something called dough dispenser. It's also supposed to have tips, but I don't know if the tips are working already. Not yet. Okay, never mind. So this is the dough dispenser. So we'll need some dough. I'm going to pick this one. We'll transfer it in here. Now you take this thing over here. You choose one of the rows, and you'll use it to squeeze the dough, through the machine, and it will allow you to drop some perfect donuts. The whisks are in the form of attachment to the cleaning machine, because that's how you make all the doughs in this expansion. So now I can put it with oil. I can also I can also, well, now lower it down. This dough dispenser supposedly looks like a sex toy. I don't know anything about that. It looks pretty mundane to me, but you know, whatever works for you guys. And I can now, as I said, lower it down, please. Please. No? How about you? Going to work? Okay, sorry guys, but it seems like this been bugged on the stream also. So I won't be able to lower it down and fry it. But anyway, you know, the donuts will change the colors now, they'll be fried, and you can also apply some extra stuff. You can add icing, right? Or frosting. Frosting is more fake, and I think it just looks cooler than the. Okay, I have an issue of broken input, so I'm just going to quickly restart the game because my mouse is not responding. Sorry about that, guys. I'll be back in a second. But as I was saying, you can make the donuts, and the donuts after they are fried, you can also well apply all the decorations that work for regular cakes and cookies. So you can add fillings, you can add icings, you can add frostings, toppings, and that kind of stuff. So in just a few seconds, I'll be back in the confectionery, and I'll show you how it works. Why can't you eat your stuff, the stuff yourself? Well, I wish I could, but there's this thing called diabetes, and I have no self-control when it comes to sweet stuff, so that wouldn't be a good idea for me. So yeah. Is his name Tomek or what? Because I'm confused. Yes, my name is Tomek, but since we're kind of like international community, I just prefer when people call me Tommy. I think it's easier for everyone. But yeah, that's my name. Okay, sorry guys about this well break, but the game crashed and I had to restart it. And when I did that, the Steam stopped the transmission. Hopefully, I'm back, and well, you can see me now. So, as I was saying about the donuts, you can also do all those kind of decorations that apply to other creations. You can also make donuts with holes, sure, but I just don't want to mess up with those again, so I'll show it to you guys using some regular cake pans. Um, yeah, I'll need to order those. So, forms, right? I can also order something like this. Also order a few of those. Okay. Will there be ice cream DLC in the future? I don't know, guys, about any other DLCs right now. Just let us finish this one, and then we'll see about other things like pizza or ice cream or whatever. We would love to add tons of stuff to the game because we think this game is pretty cool, but well, we need to have it all planned, and once we know, we'll let you know, promise. Alright, so we can also make things like that. Let me just grab some pre-made dough. Okay, so this will work just like donuts, right? But the cookies will be baked, but donuts will be fried. But final in the outcome, you will receive a tiny pastry. Okay, donut will be like round, and this is heart shape. But as I said, all the rules apply to donuts that would apply to other creations. So you can add things like toppings on those guys. Looks pretty cool. What's also cool is that we have this item that wasn't available in the previous stream, and this is the pastry syringe or pastry pistol, however you want to call it. So you will be able to choose filling. Okay, it's not working at the moment, but in general you will be able to just pinch your creation and just squeeze some extra filling inside, which I think is nice. It also applies extra flavor and some extra hashtags into the final outcome. Maybe I can do it because I have already, because I didn't follow the rules. But if it's fresh without the layer of icing, can I do it now? Okay. Next week I'll promise you guys that I'll show you how it works. But basically you'll choose filling and you'll just inject it inside. Okay, so we have made some dough previously, and of course after the dough is made, you'll need to transfer it into the cake pans, and next you will slide them in the oven, set the temperature. What's also cool about baking stuff is that um, there's a feature called thermal penetration. Okay, and what it does, it helps us determine whether the cake will be underbaked, perfectly baked, or burned. Basically, you can also have a sad cake. So after you fill the cake pan with dough, let me just grab another one because I'm a messy guy and I don't know where I left. Oh, there it was. Never mind. Uh, Yeah, I mean, of course, you're supposed to fill it after it's cooked. Right now, those rules don't apply because we are in this like demo mode of this game. So as you can see, when I highlight the cake pan with the dough inside, I have certain information like minutes and temperature. So those are the settings that the game has calculated for this type of dough in this volume in this container. So how long, at what temperature should I be baking that in order to receive a perfect cake? It is possible if you try. It is possible if you try hard enough that you will receive a cake which is burnt on the outside but still it's raw on the inside. You can also get a sad cake and that kind of stuff. So obviously the best choice is to create the perfectly baked pastries. But if you mess up on those in this baking process, and you will receive burnt cake, for example, then you will receive a lower rating in the outcome, right? You see that you guys are talking about Life of Boris, and I know he played the game before it was released, Cooking Simulator, and I hope he was going to play Cake Cookies as well, because I love the guy, and once we sent him copy, he was very happy to play. I got it out of the. Never mind. But yeah. Of course, there will be a separate keys for taking the dough out of the form and for picking up the form, because right now you have to just be precise. As you can see, you can mess that up. But there's there are lots of abilities to fail, but this has always been a thing about Cooking Simulator, I guess. So we're not changing our policy about that. Okay, so I can set up the oven quickly. It's like 140. Let's go for 150 because why not? And let's set it up for like 4 minutes. 4 minutes is 240, right? Quick maths. That's in seconds. What's wrong with you? Why are you not breaking? Please. Don't embarrass me in front of the audience. Oven, please. Alright, so for some reason the light is off or either the oven doesn't work. But as I said, in general, you will just leave it in here. It's going to bake. It will be nice and crispy or sad or whatever. So after this part is done and you have your pastries ready, you can now take them over here into this decorating table. What I also should mention is that some recipes require you to just fill the cake pan with the dough, like for example some of those I have on my phone, but we'll also have recipes that will require you to use the tinning machine to create some sort of filling and add it as a layer. Like for example, you could make a layer out of like poppy seeds or that kind of stuff. So add some dough, then some kneaded layer, and then add some more dough, and then you will bake it. So it will be a different type of well dough, right? Because it will also and burnt already. So I suppose it kind of works. Just the light wasn't on and the temperature was too high. But as you can see, I have some very nice burnt heart-shaped cookies. I could also serve those if I wanted to. I can stack them over here, and at the end of the day, they will be sold, and I will receive likes or angry faces depending on how well I made those. And I believe in this case, I'm going to get some sad faces. Of course, I can make cookies. I just made a few. I can now decorate them by adding by filling. But as I said, I'll show it to you next week. You can also add icings or frostings. I can take scoop and also choose some topping. And those guys, they're also customizable. Like I can choose what I can decide on the contents of it. Lemon zest, that's something we haven't used previously because it wasn't available, so hopefully it won't crash the game. Okay, this is not the thing. I think it's already available here somewhere. Yeah, let's put some caramel on those burnt bad boys and sell them. Like, seem fine by me, especially from the top, right? Where is this tiny little thing I'm looking for? So basically I'm looking for a scoop. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so with scoop I can choose some toppings and I can apply them to my pastries. Alright, maybe this one is not working yet, so I'm just going to grab, or maybe blueberries. Blueberries are always cool. Alright, so I can also decrease or increase the area, so I can just drop them one by one almost. So that's some caramel fruit punch with an extra layer of burnt cake at the bottom. Pretty cool. Yeah, the almighty golden scoop. Okay, so I can also show you guys a few things about those dispensers, because you can choose between a variety of pre-made, of course there's going to be more, but a variety of pre-made icings and frostings, right? You can just choose whatever you want pretty much. The list is going to contain, of course, more positions, but you can also add some universal frostings or icings. They come in white by default, but then you have those guys. Why is he not reading my texts? Sorry, I'm trying to, but I'm not a professional streamer, so I'm just doing my best. Okay, so I can pour some of those food dyes in here. So it has turned my frosting into pink. I can also mix colors, so I can add some more red. And And now it's adding more pigmentation in here, so it's turning more and more red. What's also cool is that I can add even a black food dye. A few more dashes and it's going to be completely black. So now I can have two types of, well, cookies. One is burnt and one is raw, but it has a layer of black frosting, so you can, now play with your customers on the game of life and death, and they can choose what kind of poisoning they want to have. Either eating crawl or eating raw dough, whatever you guys like, because from the top they seem pretty much the same to me, right? I think it's pretty cool. Why is the dye piss color though? I don't know. I mean, it's creative choice, I suppose. I believe that there's also going to be option to choose your own colors. In the liquid tab, you have various types of dyes. Right now, the placeholder icon for that is some meat, but never mind. And you can also have custom colors, right? So there should be a color picker that you can choose your own color of piece you want it here. Yeah. So I can also adjust those, and I can pretty much receive all colors of the rainbow, right? If I just try hard enough by mixing enough of those food dyes. I've also made like a longer post about that yesterday. It's available on in the Steam community in the news section. It's a bit of a longer read about all the mechanics related to making dough and decorating your cakes. So if you guys can't wait for the DLC, I think it's a really cool read to have an understanding of what's coming to you in just a few weeks. And there's green as well. Is this the beta copy of the DLC you're showing us? It's not a beta because the game doesn't have a beta, it's just like a work in progress build we've prepared because we are constantly merging all the upgrades we've made into one build, okay? And it's also in here so I can show you guys how it's all going to work. The same also goes for cakes, right? So you can let's just take both of those guys in here. So right now you can see that there's a like a bar on the top, this pink purple one, okay, and it shows me the flow of decorating, right? There are also some those guys, those bases, and I believe you can place your cake on top of that. So when you get decorating that, you can have like a better access to your cake. I think that's how it's done in real life. So there's a certain flow, right? So first I would use the pastry pistol to inject some filling. Right now it doesn't have a functionality, but you'll just pierce it and inject. Now the next step would be adding some icings or frostings. You can apply them on the side. I'm not making any more donuts because I'm afraid I'll have to restart the game again. I'll hopefully show it to you guys next week, right? When it works. But I pretty much showed the whole process, right? You just, because I showed you how that you insert it into this dispenser, then you just squeeze them in here. You turn that thing on, you lower them down, wait a couple of minutes, and you have it for a couple of seconds, and you have it ready. So I can add, I can create first layer, then I can stack cakes on top of each other, and this can also be customized. Like I can add some more color to it. Will you ever make mode for this game soon? So ever or soon, but in general, I don't know. This game is super complicated on the physics side, and as stated, we know you guys would love to have multiplayer and we would love to deliver, but we cannot make any promises right now. Sorry. Okay, there's a little longer post from Grandpa. There's no way. Okay, I'm not reading that. I guess it's just some trolling stuff. If I'm wrong, just let me know. Okay, so as I said, right now we have those two layers. I can even start a third one. What's also cool is that, well, those cake pans, they come in different sizes, not only shapes. So there's going to be like large, medium, and small, and you can place cakes that are the same or smaller size on top of each other, right? I can also order that from my smartphone. There's a form stop, and there's going to be like, for example, small heart-shaped cake pan, and there's going to be medium heart-shaped cake pan, and there's going to be a regular heart-shaped cake pan. Well, it's like a tongue twister, but never mind. I can now order that. And this game is made in Unity entirely. So I'll receive my order soon, so I'll be able to show it to you guys how it works. So please, thank you. Okay, I won't need you anymore. You I'm going to need. You guys can leave my workspace. You too. Professional pastry making, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. They're all in different sizes. You can also fit one into another. Alright, never mind. So now I can add some dough. Obviously, normally you also have to bake it, but for now we don't have to do it because it's not interesting to watch oven for a couple of minutes, couple of seconds. So anyway, now I'll apply some extra, fillings. Maybe the last one will make like even more red. Yeah, looks like a stop signal right now. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to state, but in general you'll be able also to apply this lower layer as well. So you'll have 3 of those on top of each other, resulting in a big cake, and as you can see, you can progressively just do them smaller, every one smaller, or every next one smaller, or the same size. You cannot only just place bigger cake on top of the smaller. So this phase is ready, we have it stacked up. Now we can apply some toppings, maybe choose something fresh. What do we have also to choose from? Oh, dried cranberry might seem fine. I don't know if you guys like cranberries, but I do. I think they're awesome. Oh, come on. Yeah. So it's a bag obviously, but I'll be able to finally just apply them only to the top layer. Maybe some extra if there's still space for that. Can you make a cake controller of the Polish flag to honor our country? Yeah, I guess. I guess I could make pretty much can make tons of flags if you want to. Yeah, so we have two types of well toppings. What's also cool, I can show you that we have this bad boy. It's used for creaming on top, right? And we are using like a translator company for doing that. So thank you, but if we'll ever need some translation support, we'll let you know, guys. So you can create your own now patterns using this tool. Can you make a rainbow cake? Yes, you can make a rainbow cake if you choose. Yeah, basically you can. You can even check on the screenshots. They've been made a long time ago, but as you can see on the Steam store page that we have screenshot with a rainbow cake. So yeah, you can do it, and that's it. You can make a smiley face, or you can draw something disgusting if you want to. I believe that's what most of you guys are going to do, uh, drawing dicks and stuff. But it's just life. Anyway, what's also cool is that you can apply the food dye and change its color. Hopefully it's going to work. I haven't tried it yet, but please. Yeah, so now I have like all black. So that also allows me to make some of my own creations in the cake world. Make maybe a fancy drawing or maybe write something nice. It pretty much depends on what you guys want to achieve. You can also write hidden messages for your customers. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Hmm. Yeah, it's the hardest plus I've ever written in my life. You can even use uh, figurines, which are like digits, for the extra punch of the message, right? So after I have applied all the decorations I wanted, which is the filling, the icing, stacking, toppings, creaming, and adding figurines on top. I can also add fruit, by the way. VR plus one, and you can also add fruit, just like figurines. So you have this you'll have this new context menu. Of course, you'll be able to place it in the whole surface. Now I'm just looking for like a spot where it's detecting correctly. Yeah, so you can also add fruit if you want to, and fruit can also be used as a decoration. I believe you will also be able to do it with chocolate. You will be able to cut it and place it on top to make a nice decoration. And in this whole process, the final step would be taking a picture of your cake if you want to. So there's going to be also a system which is detecting what sort of cake you have in your shot right now, and it will check what hashtags does it have, and you will be able to post it online. And if your cake is, for example, large and has nice hashtags that meet those daily trends we've talked about in the beginning, you're able to post it and then receive some extra likes and that kind of stuff for receiving some more popularity. And after you snap your picture, you'll just leave your creations over here, and they'll be ready. You'll be able to sell them. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to quickly speed up the pacing of the game, so hopefully it will, they will end, so I can show you the end screen. If not, then I'll show it to you next week. Alright, so now I have the summary. So now the grades have been left on the display, and I can see the summary of my day. So it shows me my total rank. I lost some points because I was just screwing around. The day will end after like pretty much approximately 40 minutes, I believe. You also receive some sort of notification, like 40 real life minutes. So I have plenty of time, so there's no need to be stressed about anything. So now it shows my position and my competitors. And the best thing about the screen, like literally the best thing, is this cute donut on baby donut on top. I think it's like the cutest thing ever. And I wish we had some mascots that I can just hug. And if those donuts were like living in real life, I would adopt one and it would be my best friend. I would never leave it. It's so cute. So that's pretty much the summary. This is the end screen. And now, well, there will be a new day beginning, right? So I'll start my kitchen. And the cakes will be sold. Those who didn't sell, they will be left here. As you guys could see, in this case, a few people bought. Oh, you can see a few people bought those disgusting burnt cakes. Somebody bought this one as well. It's completely useless to right now because I didn't follow any hashtags. I was just messing around and showing you guys how things work. But this is basically it. So, if you guys have no more questions, I think that will be it for this week. Thank you for joining us. I encourage you from the bottom of my heart to read the post we've uploaded yesterday in the Steam announcement section. It will tell you in more detail about the process of making those. There's tons of stuff that it still needs to be covered. Next week there will also be a developer stream at the same time on Friday at 6 p.m. Central European time. And in the next week I'll hopefully show you guys some more details about the hashtags, how they work, what can I do, and also show you guys all the progress we've made. So once again, thank you for today. Guys, have a great weekend and see you soon. Bye.